All right. Hi, so I'm Macy.
I'm Lizzie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You were referred to me as I'm your social worker, and you referred to me for you are living with your mom right now.
Yep.
Yeah, and you are wanting to move to a more independent.
Yes, I would like to get my own apartment.
Okay, so you're in an apartment. All right. How are you? How old are you right now?
I am 19.
Okay. What do you have any major? What are the biggest problematic needs that you have right now? What um, are your biggest things that you need to overcome in order to housing?
Well, my mom doesn't think I should because I have cerebral palsy.
Okay.
And I've had to take days off of work because I worked at KFC.
Okay.
And the boss is very understanding about, if I ever need to take days off because my leg acts up sometimes.
Okay.
And I sometimes can't move anything. So my old boss was very understanding of that.
Mm-hmm.
But now I work at a administration desk for
Okay.
a car parts facility. And the old boss was also very understanding. But we got a new boss. And he said that he would probably fire me if I missed 1 or 2 more days of work. I can't work because I have cerebral palsy. So
Okay.
that's a big thing.
Yes, that is kind of a big challenge there.
Yes.
Okay. Sit at a car parts store.
A factory that makes cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So before we get into too much, everything here is confidential. So anything that is said, unless it's obviously a threat to you or someone else, that'll stay in between us. But do you have any questions to start off with?
I do not think so.
Okay. All right. So, mom doesn't want you to move out, right?
Yeah, she doesn't want me to move out because of the not being able to make money, for sure.
Okay.
And that I'm sometimes just really immobile.
Okay.
But that's basically it.
Okay. When you say sometimes you're immobile, what physical symptoms do you see?
My leg doesn't work, and my right arm, I can't use it. And sometimes my left leg just starts moving randomly.
Okay. And it's just your left leg, not the right?
Well, yeah, this one stops working sometimes.
Okay.
And then this one makes weird motions.
Okay.
Twitches, that's where it twitches.
Okay. And you are looking to an apartment?
Yes.
Do you want more of a group home apartment, or do you want to live on your own? What is your idea?
My idea would be to live independently.
Okay.
But my mom doesn't think that because of my lack of stability.
Okay.
In a physical sense.
Okay. So, looking at, do you have do you have any treatments that you undergo, or?
1 second, sorry. Okay. I have a primary physician named Dr. Sarah Scott. I undergo a lot of physical therapy, and at a young age, that's when I really started to do it because I got cerebral palsy at the age of 9 months.
Okay.
I really don't have an appetite at all because I'm very tired during the day because I have trouble sleeping for more than 4 to 5 hours a night. And I also take Ritalin, I took Ritalin when I was 12.
Mm-hmm.
and I've been taking it ever since.
Okay.
Um,
Does the Ritalin help?
Somewhat. It helps me focus, but if I can't physically be there, then I can't really focus.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I also, when I was in high school, I did the school counselor. My parents actually got a divorce when I was in high school, and they thought that a counselor would be able to help me, deal with it. But they didn't really think the counselor understood me at all, so basically I quit after 8 sessions.
Okay.
And I used to smoke weed almost weekly when I was 15 to 17.
Okay.
Now I smoke it about once a month or every other month with friends from work. So Ritalin is the only thing that I'm really taking.
Okay. Good to know. Okay. So now that you are out of school and you're working, you said you do spend time with people that you work with. Do you have any other friends outside of work? What do you do when you're not working?
Well, I don't really have a lot of friends because after high school, my best friend Chris moved away to Indianapolis.
Okay.
But really, I just hang out with my coworkers, and I wouldn't really consider them my best friends or my really close friends. They're just people to be around when I'm lonely, I guess.
Okay.
So now I really don't have any friends. And when I'm not working, I'm kind of just hanging out with them or just sitting at home.
Okay. When you're at home, is it just you and your mom who are there? Is there anyone else living in the household with you?
I have a brother named Matt.
Okay.
We get along pretty well. He asks me for dating advice, or how to get along in high school, basically in general. I think he's younger than me. He's 15. My relationship with my mom is pretty good, except she doesn't really understand my abilities, to be independent, and she thinks that I'm just always going to be dependent. But it's just my mom and my brother and I.
And you said your parents got divorced when you were in high school. Do you have any contact with your dad?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right. So, other than home, do you have any religious or spiritual affiliations? Do you guys go to church at all?
No, we're not really religious.
Okay.
I don't know. We just don't really partake in that type of stuff.
Okay. To each their own, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you went to high school.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm assuming you graduated.
Yes.
Okay. Did you go on any further? Did you want to go on any further?
I wanted to, but I took a few classes at kind of a school like Ivy Tech.
Okay.
But I just kind of couldn't do it, and I wanted to make money.
Okay.
So I just kind of stopped taking classes and got the job at the car factory thing. And now I might lose that too because of the cerebral palsy. So.
Okay, right. And what happened at KFC to where? You said it was KFC, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I missed work so much at KFC that my mom thought I should just quit because it cost them money to have me on the pay roster if I'm not really working that much.
Okay. So you left the other job?
Yeah, I left the KFC,
okay.
Yeah. And I was embarrassed anyway, so.
Because of missing so much?
Yeah.
Okay. And that employer, you said, did understand?
Yeah, he understood really well.
Okay. So that was more of a, is the new work environment as welcoming for you?
It was, and then this new guy, the new boss, came in, and he's starting to fire me because of me missing so much.
Okay. How recently did this, the new boss start?
Like last week, let's say.
Okay. When you were in school, did you have any, were there any like interests that you had? Did you want to go on? Did you?
No, I really didn't have that many interests. I liked sitting at home and watching TV. And I guess I smoked a lot of weed, so, that's also what I enjoyed doing.
Okay. That is totally fine. Okay. So what, in the sense of moving out, what you feel you're ready, what do you, in the event that something, like, if one of your arms or legs stops working and you can't go to work or something, what do you think would happen without that support of, like, your mom there?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's her argument, too, is that I wouldn't be able to support myself.
Okay.
So I really don't know what would happen. And she has a very good point, but I just feel like it's time for me to move on and kind of get out of under her wing and figure it out myself. But I can't really do that because I'm not super medicated for it. So
Okay.
I have no medication for the cerebral palsy.
Okay.
Yep, I have no medication for it, so.
Okay. And does your primary physician, has he tried to prescribe you anything in the past? Does he?
No, besides the Ritalin. But like I said, I have a lot of physical therapy.
Okay.
So that's kind of my medicine per se. But,
okay.
Yeah.
And that. Okay. What efforts have you already made, in terms of moving out?
If any. I haven't made any efforts to move out really, except talking to my mom.
Okay.
She really wanted me to come see a social worker, and she kept asking me, and I, didn't really know what a social worker was, or anything like that. I wasn't educated enough to know. And finally, I was like, you know what the heck? It's not going to hurt anything.
Okay.
So here we are.
Okay. Do you have any better grasp, or do you have any questions just about what a social worker is?
Yeah, well, so what can you do for me, or what can you help me get situated? How does that work?
Okay. Well, my primary job here is going to be to try and help you kind of navigate what will it all take to move out of your mom's house, and then finding a place for you to live, and kind of helping you see through everything and organize and look at everything from all angles, so we can make the best decision for you and kind of help move you into that new stage of your life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, was that the only question? Is there anything else?
Well, I think I should mention this one thing.
Yes.
My house is a 3-bedroom house.
Okay.
All the bedrooms are on the second floor.
Okay.
And we just got new neighbors, and I'm really nervous about them because they covered up all the windows in their house.
Okay.
And it made me think that people would go in their house for hours and hours on end. And I'm just really thinking that they're running some sort of meth lab. And they have a 3-year-old daughter. And that's also kind of one of the reasons that I would like to leave, is because I don't want to be around that. So.
Right.
Yeah. But that's all. Any questions I have? So can you elaborate on, like, the group housing and how that would work, and do you think that would be a good option?
Yeah, and say there's different kinds of possible, like, more independent living arrangements. You could just get, like, a personal home, like a public housing, And in those types of situations, you wouldn't have a supplied support or assistance in living in the home with you.
Right.
And then there's a group home or assisted living, and the assisted living is where you have you would like rent an apartment out of a larger building, obviously, and the building owners, usually a facility, has employees there to where they will be able to assist you in basic needs, and they would have prepared meals there for you. And then in a group home, it's usually about 4 to 5 other people, and that you're all living together, and there's like essential services provided, so you're all kind of like learning from each other, but it's owned by a facility or organization, so they have people who work there and come in and help you guys if helping to learn how like to cook or cleaning, or that way you have someone there.
Right.
But you're also with other people and learning off of them as well.
Okay.
So it's more independent than living with mom.
Right.
Right, but you have other people there to like keep you company and to learn off of them in case you need anything. Okay.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's just another option to look at. Kind of do that. So what with your job, because you said that the boss is looking at firing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you ever looked at any other jobs?
Not really. It's always been either KFC or this auto parts, so that's kind of my fault. I should do research on that. Yeah.
Oh no, I mean that's what we're here for. Okay. All right. You said, how old is your brother?
He is 15.
Okay. And have you guys always been close?
Yeah, I think the divorce also prompted that as well. Kind of, it made us closer because we had to live really with each other and figure out how to cope together as a family.
Yeah. And how did you said that happened while you're in high school at such a primary age? How did that like affect you going through that?
I was upset about it, and my parents really didn't think, because I took counseling because of it.
Okay.
And they really didn't think that was helping me or anything like that, so I just quit after 8 sessions. But I mean, it did affect me pretty drastically. I think it definitely made me kind of depressed because my family that I once knew just dissipated. Mm-hmm. So it did affect me negatively, and I think it affected my brother pretty negatively too. So that's why we're kind of like super close. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Were your parents the ones who encouraged you to start the counseling?
Yes.
Okay, and they were also the ones to encourage to quit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
And my mom also encouraged me to quit my KFC job just because of the not being able to work as many days.
Okay. Have you ever tried talking to your mom about wanting to be more independent? Does that conversation come up fairly often?
Yeah, pretty often. I mean, that's one of the reasons she wants me to come see a social worker, so that you can help me maybe figure out where I belong and what environment I need to be in order to thrive.
Okay.
So she suggested that I come see you.
Okay.
But it's definitely a common topic. It's a hot topic in the house.
Right. Do you feel that she doesn't understand, or that?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is not necessarily like a lack of communication, but a...
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. As far as like the physical symptoms, let's kind of go back to that for a minute. That you experience, how often do these occur?
I would say, when I worked at KFC, it would happen, like twice every week, so I'd miss 2 days of work. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but it definitely is. In the bank, it's a lot.
That's definitely a lot. Yeah. Yes, I understand.
So that kind of hurt. just
Mhm.
the not being able to for 2 days. And then sometimes it would even go on longer, and I'd have to have like a recovery day, so it'd be 3 to 4 days.
Okay.
Which is like a whole week of work.
Yeah.
So definitely hurts that for sure.
Yes. And then, how often do you attend physical therapy?
Like once a month.
Okay. And then when you have these physical symptoms arise, do you attend therapy more often? Is it something you can just call and go into if needed?
I think I can call and go in whenever I need to, but I usually don't if it's just like a 1 or 2 day thing, just because I can get back on my feet.
Okay. So it's more you've learned how to cope with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's really good. Because obviously, learning to cope with having cerebral palsy and going through school and then having your parents divorce, what were some coping mechanisms that you kind of developed throughout the way?
I mean, in high school, like I said, I did smoke weed, so that helped the symptoms a little bit and helped me cope with things, especially anxiety. And honestly, just like kind of like telling myself that everything would be okay was kind of my number one coping mechanism. Because I definitely knew I know everything's going to be okay. I just know it's, all these like little things are bumps in the road. So
yeah.
Basically that's my thing.
Okay. And yeah, it's good to keep that positive outlook on everything. Yeah.
And my mom, I mean, even though we don't see eye to eye on the whole like me moving out or whatever, right away, she's my support too, as well as my brother.
Okay.
So.
And do you feel like you can, talk to them about anything? Is there anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. How severely or often do you feel that you have to rely on your mom? Because I know like you're looking at being independent, moving out, and it's really important to you, as it would be for most people. So, but logically looking at what it would take to move out, how prepared do you feel to not have your mom like living with you right there?
Right. Honestly, I would say I'm pretty ready.
Okay.
I mean, like my family is my brother and my mom are definitely my rock. They're definitely for sure, but there just comes a point in life and you just need to move on. And I think that with, so many setbacks for me personally, physically and whatever, I definitely know how to somewhat like help myself. If if my left leg hurts, I can, sit down for a few minutes, take, whatever, like take some precautions and move around or not move around at all. So I mean, I'm definitely ready mentally and maybe somewhat physically, but there's always things I can improve. But I'm ready. I'm very ready. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I'd have her support regardless. If I ever asked her to come over, she'd come over. But I would like to move out and stuff.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And yeah, I completely understand that. Okay. So what kind of prompted this? Like feeling like desire to move out?
I think it was honestly just the fact that I'm graduated high school. I did a few months of community college. I've worked my jobs as best I can, and I think it's just like I'm at that age. I'm 19, but theoretically, I'm at the age where people would just want to start, going to away college and going to things where they're not as dependent or needy on their parents. And I'm definitely at that stage where, if I want to do what I want to do what I want, in my free time. So,
okay.
But, yeah.
Yeah, so it's more of you feel like you're at that stage in life.
Yes, in general.
In general.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I can do it. I think I can do it with some help from, and like anything that you can offer me. I definitely think I could, that would work.
Okay. Yeah, and that's definitely a possibility. People with cerebral palsy move out all the time and live independently. What can you tell me about kind of like growing up and how life was growing up with the like physical symptoms you have from cerebral palsy?
I mean, I didn't, my best friend Chris and I, like, he really understood, you know, that if I needed a friend just to rely on sometimes, I just really needed someone.
Mhm.
I didn't really have any close friends except him. And whenever, like, I had an, you know, like a breakdown or whatever,
Mhm.
like a attack,
Yeah.
I would always feel very embarrassed and kind of, like, hide away and be kind of reclusive.
Okay.
But Chris was always there to kind of pick me up, so, you know, I mean,
Okay. And Chris, you said moved away.
yes,
And you guys have to Indianapolis. Okay. And you guys haven't had any contact since he moved.
We, you know, talk on the phone, we write, things like that, but he's very busy with his new job up there. And I'm busy trying to figure, you know, this stuff out, so, you know, we talk when we can.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, on the phone, when we talk on the phone, it's always, like, for 4 hours at a time.
Okay.
Catch up and stuff, so it's nice.
That's good. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. When did he move?
Soon after we graduated high school.
Okay. Did he move away for college?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Was there anything else that you thought you wanted to share, or any other part?
I don't think so. No, I think that's about it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well then, we will meet again, and when we do that next time, we'll kind of look at. I'll have more information for you as far as different housing options, and like maybe ways to talk to mom and provide different options for you. And we'll kind of go from there, and we'll start to set up a plan for you.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, great. And if you have any questions for me, go ahead and get a hold of me, or save them for when we meet next time, okay?
Okay.
Yep. All right. So it was good to see you, and I'll
Yeah.
see you again later,
You
okay?
too. Thank
All right,
you.
yeah.